I'm your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. This is the second video on choices, chances, changes, and decisions. One of the things that would either make or mar you are the choices you make. The choices you make. Recently, we had to discipline some children. We had prepared holiday lessons for those who are going to do exams so that they can cover a lot of ground before the exams. But some of them will leave home with their uniforms. We insisted that they wear uniforms so that people can identify them wherever they are and they can call us. Some of them got halfway, changed their uniforms to private clothing and went elsewhere. And people saw them and called us because our school is quite popular and people know me for discipline and called us. Those children they are making wrong choices. And you see, if you are flying a plane, there is a compass or a ship. If you just go 1 degree off course, and you keep going that 1 degree off course, you might land in another country instead of where you are going to. Just that little deviation. Just that little deviation to join a cult. Just that little deviation to go and drink. That little deviation can take you out of course. So the choices you make will determine your future. One of the things the Western world taught us, and most of those who taught, are not from elite families. They are not from aristocratic families. They were not from very serious-minded business families. People who controlled the economy, who controlled wealth. They were from publican families, even if they were Europeans. In fact, a lot of the policies determined in America and in Europe are not determined by the elite, the core people who control the economies of these countries. What they feed to the public is different from what they do with their children. Read any course you like. Follow your passion. Not every passion can feed you. You can't go to the bank and withdraw passion. I don't have the privilege of doing only what I love, but I have the mandate, and it is mandatory for me to love what I do. So, children can want to make the wrong choices. Parents must bring them back to where they belong to. I had the privilege of having parents, even though illiterates, who put me where I am now. My father, at the age of 10 or thereabout, told me I was going to be a medical doctor. I did the same for my son by writing professor on his palm. Number 2, my elder brother and my parents insisted that I must attend government college, Ogeli. And that was one of the best choices I have ever made. The choice of taking the difficult path, the difficult route that few children were able to take as at that time. To enter government college, Ogeli, was very difficult. The choice of being a medical doctor that few children, in that slum where we grew up, I was the only person who read medicine. In my community, I was the second medical doctor that has come out of that place. In my family, extended family, I'm the first. And so, parents should help children take tough decisions and take the tougher road. Easy roads might not lead anywhere. You can join the American Armed Forces. You can choose to be an honorary soldier. You can choose to be a Marine, much tougher. You can choose to be a Navy SEAL, the toughest of the toughest, the best of the best. Most times, if we help our children take that hard, strong choice, it will help them. When my daughter had bilateral genu valgus, her legs turned to a multiplication sign, and we took her to the National Orthopedic Hospital, Enugu, and she was operated on. Her elder brother was impressed by the fact that his younger brother, who had cleft lip and palate, was corrected in the National Orthopedic Hospital. The sister, who had bilateral genu valgus, was corrected in the orthopedic hospital. He decided that he was going to be an orthopedic surgeon. And he decided very early that he will not school in Nigeria. But because I hadn't finances, I took him to a private university. Maybe because his mind was not there. Maybe because he was too young. Maybe because he was naive. He allowed church activities to distract him. And I was not ready to do some things. So I took him from year 4 to year 2 in Europe. That was a hard choice. He had to accept. And today, he's doing well. He's a German citizen. He's proficient in his vocation. Choices. We must guide our children in the choice of a marriage partner. I made a video on why the rich gets richer and the poor gets poorer. One religious folk, a woman came there that what I said about choices was not godly. Marriage is between people, not between gods. He who finds a wife, since the time of Adam, God stopped choosing wives for people because Adam accused God, the woman that gave to me. The rules of the economy, the rules of power is different from your denominational preaching. Here on earth, there are principles you must follow. Make your choices of your marriage partner very, very wisely. There was a girl from a very prominent family that I proposed relationship to. She told me we are not from the same social class. And that was the truth. I would have been a nuisance in her life. But it helped me to make the right choices in life and take the right decisions, as we will see later. So, the choice of the partner, please, it matters. Most of those complaints you make later, after you've gotten married, you should have deliberated very, very well, thought very, very well before you went into that relationship. Investigate very well. Look at family backgrounds very, very well before you make those choices. Now, the choice of where you will reside, the choice of the schools your children will go to, the choice of the countries you will stay, the choice of the places you will reside matter a great deal. I had the option of staying at Aba. I had the option of staying at Warri. I had the option of going to Lagos. But I share a secret with you. When they were telling me to go to Lagos, I told them that I heard in my spirit that if your sugar is not much, sweeten a cup of coffee very well, that people will taste it and recommend you. Instead of using your little sugar to sweeten a jug of tea. Large volume, little sugar, little taste. I have sweetened my little teacup here in Ugili, and you are now listening to me. And people are inviting me from all over the world. People are inviting me from Lagos, from wherever, and to deliver lectures outside ordinary preaching. They pay me a lot. Pay the flight tickets, you pay the hotels. I specify the kind of hotels I stay because I sweetened my teacup, small teacup, instead of jumping into a jug of tea. You wanted me to go to Lagos to go and compete with Bishop David Oyedepo, to compete with Papa Adeboye, to compete with Ayorinde, to compete with Okonkwo, to compete with those people. My voice will have been drowned. My presence will have been insignificant. The choices you make on a daily basis, the choices you make on a daily basis are very, very important. God bless you. I remain your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. I think this is a very intellectual forum. We have 40,100 subscribers, as at 41,000 subscribers this morning. Our target is to have 1 million subscribers. Please subscribe to this channel, share it with others. Many of us didn't grow up with parents like me. No old man shared what I'm sharing now with me, but I made up my mind. As long as I live, I will share these deposits with you. Please also share with others. My policy is what you have heard me say in the presence of many witnesses, and trust to reliable men who are able to teach others. Go and find where it is in the Bible. Send me a message on +234 7052 136763. God bless you.